People may think this is just a fairy tale sport, but it's more physically demanding than you could ever imagine. But unlike regular sports, esports has no boundaries. So Dylan here can play with any player anywhere in the world. And after all the stiff competition here at the Purcell Pavilion, these Baylor Bears are looking forward to cutting down some nets this March. It was Johnny Football Day here in Atlanta as A&M star quarterback spoke to the media. But at ABC 40, we put the two-time champ to a real test.
And I challenge Martin to a game.
And let's just say he passed. For Coach Mulkey, this is the last game she will ever coach with her daughter on the roster. A moment that could be tough for any mother to ever endure. In Vaughn's book, he described baseball here in Central Texas, from Brenham to LaGrange, where these towns produce leagues that are still very much a part of today's culture. That's it in sports. I hope you are all good for the big guy in red, and that you don't have trouble sleeping thinking of Christmas joy as you go to bed. So yesterday started out like any other, heading to my Globetrotter interview, just like another day, until I received a challenge.
Hope you're ready to go.
All right, let's go. Bobby Buckets wanted to go toe-to-toe in a game of horse, so of course I was all game. Shira's ball handling skills may have been a little bit better than mine, but I was ready to show Buckets up. So for him, I started the game off simple. But then Buckets tried to get a little tricky. Yes, I know I started the game off poorly. Yes, I wanted to make a comeback. But this last shot, that meant everything to me. Yeah, sure, Buckets got the better of me this time. But there's still one more game he has to play here in College Station. Suffering defeat in College Station, Mike McCoy, ABC 40 Sports. Today, as the Baylor women's team addressed the media, they knew that they were in the Elite Eight, but by talking to them, you just couldn't tell. And that is due to having such a winning program over the past couple seasons. As Baylor awaits playing undefeated Notre Dame on Monday, they do so with a level of confidence from the perfect season that they were able to put up just 2 years ago.
Because, I'm being here and won a national championship sophomore year. But with this team being so young, I was the only starter that came back. Nobody really knows. They've never been in this position to even play. I was the only starter coming back, so it'll probably mean more to them. They probably will be more shocked than me.
They don't think about Notre Dame being undefeated. Well, they've been a part of an undefeated team. They won a national championship 40-0. Now, the freshmen, they're too young to understand or even talk about somebody being undefeated because they are focused on what they have to do because they don't want to mess up on the floor when given the opportunity.
It'll be a very, very nitty-gritty game and physical, but I think as long as we play our game, we've been playing great all tournament, it won't be a problem.
I guess sometimes not knowing something can be a very good thing. Now, coming up at 10, we are going to show you why these two teams are very different on paper, yet they are similar in the way they have grown this past season. Reporting from South Bend, I'm Mike McCoy, the Texas Report. The NFL wildcard playoffs started off with a bang today as the Chiefs headed over to Indianapolis to take on the Colts in one of the craziest games you will ever see in the history of the NFL playoffs. Alex Smith had a perfect game and a perfect first half with no better throw than this one to Donnie Avery as he goes 79 yards with not a finger laid on him. Chiefs up 17-7. Then Niles Davis creates separation and finds Smith finds him in the end zone, and the Chiefs are up 38-10 with 13 to go in the third. There's no way the Colts come back, but all they needed was some luck. Here he has all the time in the world for a 46-yard pass to Derrick Rogers that would set up a Brown touchdown, Colts within 21. After a fumble forced by Mathis, the Colts have great field position, and Luck finds Brown on a screen to get the Colts within 14. Then the former Stanford star threads the needle to find Cody Fleener, down just 17 now, and they're coming back. On a 2nd and goal, Brown hasn't lost a fumble in his career and still doesn't. Andrew Luck saves the day. Take another look at this one, as Luck has the instincts to find the loose ball, then wills his way in to save the Colts season. That's an MVP play. The Colts just down 6. Luck heaves it out to a wide open T.Y. Hilton, who had 13 catches for 224 yards and none bigger than this one. The Colts are now up 1, and with 4th and 11 for the Chiefs now, the season on the line, Smith finds Dwayne Bowe and he gets it, but he is just out. The Chiefs lose this one 45-44. The Colts join the Bills as the only team in NFL history to come back from a 28-point deficit to win the playoffs. And multiple media outlets have reported today that the Longhorns have offered Louisville's Charlie Strong to be the next head coach at Texas, to a deal that may be close to $25 million. And according to ESPN's Joe Shad, he believes that Strong will accept the job sometime Sunday. Strong, who is 53 years old, has had 2 consecutive seasons where he's had double-digit wins, including a Sugar Bowl win over Florida last year. He has gone 37-16 so far with the Cardinals since 2010. And the U.S. Army All-American Bowl was held today, and Kyle Allen, an Aggie commit, started well. Here, Allen finds Frank Iannaccio, another Aggie commit, for a first, and the 6'6" wide receiver may fill Mike Evans' role in the future. Then Allen shows poise by taking a hit in the pocket to have a big completion. Later, we see KD Cannon, the future Baylor Bear, taking a pro-like hit. And then we see a Longhorn commit gets his turn. Gerard Hearn beats the East defenders to the sideline. He puts on the Jets, breaks ankles for a gain of 49. Hey, in Baylor, they have a few playmakers coming. Here, this time it's Jadeveon Hall with the pick for a loaded Texas West team. The West went on to win this one 28-6 in the Alamo Dome. And after the past 2 embarrassing losses in which the A&M basketball team was just held to under 52 points in both their contests, they look to turn things around against UT Pan Am. Coach Kennedy just wanted his players to play aggressive, and they sure did that. Alex Caruso, you can't stop me, huh? He gets the Ags going here. Jordan Green, the team captain, drives to the lane with purpose. A&M showing intensity early on the court. Fabian Harris then throws a laser to Caruso for the easy layup, and why not from downtown? Caruso finished the half with 9, and the Ags are up 9. Later in the second, Sean Smith pushing the ball up, and Jamal Jones will finish. They're hooping in Reed Arena today as they finally get things going. Caruso then gets a Christmas present late here from UTPA as he puts the cherry on top to end the game. A&M wins 63-46. And in other wildcard action, the Saints were able to take care of business on the road to beat the Eagles in their first road playoff victory away from the Superdome. And that's it in sports. Back to you, Adam.